Hello guys, this is Raz on F1 with another video, and today I've invited two great friends of mine from F1 Fanatics. If you haven't already, don't forget to drop them a like and a subscribe right now, because they're on the way to 1,000 subscribers. But before you do that, do try to subscribe to my channel, because I'm nine subscribers away from 400, and let's get to 400 by the end of this year. It would really mean a world to me. But I would like to say a massive welcome to Ash and Mike from F1 Fanatics. Thanks for being on this video with me. And I would like to know, we're going to discuss whether Robert Kubica's comeback, Formula One comeback, was a success or failure. So I'll leave it up to you. Start off with the visitors. So what's your take on it?
Well, thanks for having us on, Raz.
I was going to say, thank you for having me on. I know I haven't been on before, but I've always tried to get in. So I'm really glad that actually today I've been able to have the opportunity to be on the channel with you. So thank you for having us.
And this is part two, obviously, of a video. We did one earlier today where we spoke about can Racing Point be a team that competes at the top? But yeah, now we're talking about Kubica. Interesting topic. Has his return been a success? In some aspects, this is kind of like a multi-level question to me. For getting back, yes. For what he's achieved on the track, no. But it's difficult to do it in the car that he's been in. So I'm going to start off with, yes, it was a success, because after he had that horrible accident in 2011, it's amazing that he's got back to competitive driving, let alone the pinnacle of motorsport that is Formula One. Absolutely incredible for him to get back into a car. And then obviously Williams finally took the punt on him, giving him a seat in 2019. And yeah, that in itself is a massive success. But the car hasn't been great and been, well, he could be whitewashed by his rookie teammate in qualifying. And he did score a point to Russell's one, but I think we know that there was an element of fortune to that one. Yeah, on track, it has been a success. Ash,
I'd want to agree, really. So my view was that Kubica getting the seat of Williams was quite a bit of a publicity stunt for the Williams team, in the fact that it was always going to be good PR around the fact that Kubica was able to make his return in F1. And I would say for them, it was a blessing in the fact that it's actually taken a lot of the bad publicity about how poor the car has been, because they have been able to look on the fact that main thing for them this year was Kubica's returning to F1. Kubica are going to look back on this season and think it was a success. Yes, because he's been able to prove what he's been saying now. Well, I think it's been about 3, maybe 4 years.
I think it's about 4 years.
But he's been saying he's had the ability to get back to one. The results have been great, and I think he will look on it and think it hasn't been as successful as it could have been. But the car he's been driving has not been competitive enough to give him those opportunities. So he's done what he can within the limitations of the car. He was never going to be qualifying within the top 10 shootout, because the car's got the ability to get Q1. And then in the race, the majority of places that both Russell and Kubica have been making up have been down to reliability issues, retirements of cars. not really been many races that you can look at and say we've overtaken cars on track. I can't really think of many. Would there have been some?
I think, yeah, mainly just was it the French Grand Prix before Silverstone?
Yeah, and then US, was it that they finished above?
Yeah,
Russell's,
Russell in Brazil actually finished
yeah.
ahead of their two cars.
So yeah, it's not been one where we have opportunities to show what level he is actually at. So it's an unfortunate one, I think.
Yeah, I think from being in the wheelchair myself and having having the disability myself, I think from a personal point of view, I think it's absolutely epic, and I think nobody would disagree with the fact that it's an absolutely epic achievement for him to come back with nearly having lost his arm. I've seen the pictures, and I think everybody has. Um, we're not gonna screenshot them on here because they are really horrific. But if you do want to look at them, feel free to look at them. But I never thought that he would be driving a Formula One car again, let alone coming back into Formula One competitively. And this is quite interesting for me because I've always said that he's disabled now. Yeah, I've always classed his injury as a disability now, but I think for some reason a lot of people tend to disagree with me in the fact that they always class it as limitations.
I think it's because he branded it as limited.
Yeah, but I mean, the one interview, that he did, I think he said it's much harder to go toilet, yeah, and get himself cleaned up than it is to drive around Raskas in Monaco, and I think that actually shows how easy, in inverted commas, it is to drive these Formula One cars. But having said that, I think it's absolutely amazing that he got back to what he did. And what I think one has to remember that I think it was him that scored the point in Hockenheim. Yeah, and we all know that to score a point and finish a race, first you have to finish. You know what I mean? And there was a number of cars that got that didn't make it, including, unfortunately, Nico Hülkenberg from a podium position, which I still believe had he had that podium, I think he wouldn't be out of Formula One now. But anyway, that's another video. But what I'm saying is, I think it was tremendous that he achieved that one point, and I think yes, I think his disability has got a lot to do with is the reason why he got absolutely slaughtered by George Russell in terms of qualifying. But I think it will open doors for Billy Munger and people that like that, because I think they will take encouragement from that it's possible to drive Formula One cars even if you've got certain disabilities. So in that respect, I think it was a success. But unfortunately, I think the car wasn't the right. The car isn't good enough. But I don't think that's down to Robert himself. Robert, I think that's down to Williams as it is. And unfortunately, I think had he been in a different car, I think I think it could have gone better. So what do you guys think?
I think that I think it's an inspiration. Um, for people like him, it is incredible for them. Oh, yeah. And I think, he personally proved to himself that he could do it, even if it wasn't the way he dreamt of. But I think he could go and still be successful. He clearly has the mind of a racer. In another series, maybe like DTM's been rumoured, where I think those type of cars would be easier to work around his disability. Yeah, I think he still could have a very successful end to his racing career. And I still remember Robert Kubica as the driver who struck fear into Hamilton and was a potential future world champion rather than
Yeah,
Robert Kubica today.
I agree. It's inspirational to see Robert Kubica back in F1, especially considering the limitations and the disabilities that he does have now. It's good to have that representation at the top level of motorsport, because I don't think the likes of Anthony Hamilton in British touring cars, and to some extent Billy Munger, who's been announced for the Extreme E that's going to be starting. Yes, Billy Munger got a lot of publicity when he had his accident, but I think that was more because of the nature of the accident and his age when it happened, more than actually the effects of it.
yeah,
So to have someone representing him, those with disabilities in Formula One, showing that just because there's certain circumstances where you are less able to do something, it doesn't mean you can stop doing the things you enjoy, because that's the
yeah,
ultimate thing. Being able to have that enjoyment from something is, I think it's one of those things that mentally you need to be in the right position to be able to continue with the things you love, no matter what
yeah,
limitations and things there are put in place to stop you. So have Robert Kubica be able to show other people that just because he had an accident that has left him with disability, it hasn't stopped him. So I want to lean towards saying that his return to F1 has been a success because of the things outside of F1, rather than necessarily what's happened in the 20 races we've had so far this season
yeah.
and in Abu Dhabi. So it is incredible he's got back to that level. And had he been in another, it would have been great to have seen the competitive side to him as a racing driver, because we haven't been able to this season.
and and I think the fact that he's rumored to sign with to I mean don't quote me on this, but I reckon he's rumored. I mean, Haas really want him as a test and development driver, and I think that shows that his even though the car was bad, I think that's an understatement. But if he was bad as a driver, then the likes of Haas or Racing Point, or they wouldn't think of him, using him as a development driver, with the potential of having outings in Friday free practices. Um, you know, I mean, I know it's a bit far fetched, but in a way, I think Williams made a mistake of hyping that comeback as they did, because for me it was an absolutely amazing comeback, um, regardless of regardless of what the points. I mean, the points are in his favor because he scored 1 point in Germany, Hockenheim. But I think Williams hyped it too much, and we actually hyped it too much. And when you think about it, we did the same with Michael Schumacher. We hyped it all too much, and then it didn't come off like with Michael Schumacher. That everybody was thinking, oh, he's gonna win world championships. Well, it took I mean it took Ferrari, or it takes 4 years to get to championship winning performances. And I think coming, I know it's a bit of a bad comparison, but I think, well, when Michael Schumacher joined Mercedes, I think they were. I mean, they just bought Braun, and they were in no position to. They didn't have the money that was needed to actually invest in the next car. They was just surviving the 2009. They weren't even thinking about 2010 because they weren't able to. But we all hyped it, and then we all saw that Schumacher lost his edge, and I'm thinking, yes, he might have lost his racecraft because he was 40 years old, but it didn't help that we hyped too much, and that I think that's exactly what happened with Robert Kubica, the comeback. I think Williams and us as Formula One fans, we hyped it too much, and we put him under pressure. That's what I think, anyway. So
Definitely is something to account. And when you look at the start of the season, everyone was saying about Leclerc needing time to settle in at Ferrari, Ricciardo needing time to settle in at Renault. There wasn't any of that. Kubica's going to need time to settle back into Formula One. So
yeah,
I think there was almost an expectation that he was going to be able to jump into the car and almost go back to how things were. And there was never going to be that happening. So I think we need to look at things with a pinch of salt on this one. And the car wasn't of a level, but I don't think Kubica was actually given the opportunity that you would have expected having a seat in Formula One would be, because he was never given time to actually adjust to being back
yeah,
into a Formula One, especially as since he last drove in Formula One, there was 2 major rule changes.
Yeah.
And then at least 3 minor changes to the aero packages.
And he'd never driven with Pirelli tyres. And we all know that driving with Pirelli tyres is an absolutely massive factor. And George Russell grew up with it all through his junior series, driving with the Pirellis. But we think that they're such a difficult compound of tyre, mainly because of what Formula One asks them to do is changes every season. So they're a really difficult tyre to manage and master. And even successful drivers on the grid have struggled with it, having driven all throughout that period, not just someone who's come back to the that Robert Kubica has.
Yeah, I mean, one thing you have to consider also is, I mean, I know it from, I mean, even I don't know it from personal experience, yeah, because I've been in which I'm 35 now, yeah, I'm 35 years old, and I've always been in a wheelchair, yeah, I've always been, I don't know anything else, so to lose your use of your right arm, is it left or is it his left arm with his right arm?
I think we've
Yeah,
got 50 chance of getting it right.
yeah, but
Comment down below if you're wrong.
no, but whatever arm it is, yeah, I think you need to adapt to, you know, it's a bit like, you know, it's a bit like if you break if somebody breaks a leg. I mean, how long does it take you to to get used to that, and you know, and walk with crutches, for example, yeah, and like it takes time to get used to you used to having the not being able to use your arm and adapting. I mean, you know, so that was never taken into consideration either. But the thing is, I think, I mean, this might sound really weird, but I think the fact that Billy, you know, the fact that Billy Munger lost his legs when he did, yeah, I mean, it's tragic, no doubt about it. But I think, and this sounds really weird, but I think it could actually be, it could actually be not as hard for him to get into Formula One because he was he's relatively young when it happened. I mean, he was 17. I mean, when did you know, Robert Kubica was 25, and in the middle of his Formula One career. So when you think about it, Billy Munger has got all this, or has got all this time to adjust and time to get used to, and you know, time to adapt more to Formula One cars than Robert Kubica has a, has ever had. You know, because he just got he just got thrown in the deep end. You know what I mean? So when you think about it, it has actually been more than a success, I think. When you think about it. So,
Yeah, no, I'd agree on that. I think big picture thing and everything that it means within the sport, his comeback has definitely been a success. Obviously, in the short term aspect and narrow vision of just on track side of things, which is just it hasn't been a success. Yeah, I think bigger for Robert Kubica.
yeah, I think,
I,
and what do you think about it, Ash?
I agree. It's a success for Robert Kubica, knowing that he has got the ability to get back to a level in Formula One. And my personal view is it's been a success for the wider implications. So obviously, before Billy Munger had his crash, there was the rule that actually prevented those with disability from competing in single seaters,
Yeah,
which he rightly got overturned because we've had the discussion a number of times. I'm of the view that if someone has got the ability to perform a role, it doesn't matter what other factors there are, they should be given the opportunity to actually do
yeah,
it. And by Billy Munger being able to have the rule rightly overturned, and then having he went into F3.
I think it was.
He did. He's had his first season in F3 now, and then for Kubica to get into F1, it is a success because it has wider implications, and that's what I think we need to be looking at with Kubica's return. I don't think we should be focusing on the results, mainly because the car he's in compared to others.
Yes.
As been seen with George Russell. George Russell hasn't got the same restrictions that Kubica has got, and he's still struggling compared to other drivers on the grid. So I think you need to take the on-track performances away from it and consider what's been a success. And as I said, the wider implications to Kubica having a season in F1 is definitely a success.
I mean, like, look at when I first started this YouTube channel, yeah. I mean, I was, I was suffering with anxiety, and there are people out there still that say to me, "Stop doing YouTube because we can't understand you," right? And but I think I'm not that bad to understand them. I sort of think, like, you can understand me, everybody, just because I'm in a wheelchair, or just because people are disabled, does not mean they can't they can't do it. If they can do it safely, then they should be given a go. But the thing is, it's like a lot of people, because my speech is a bit sort of affected sometimes, but the people that actually enjoy Formula One are the people that are gonna spend the 5 minutes or however long the video is to actually listen to what I've got to say, rather than give me bad feedback or whatever, or stop or tell me to get off YouTube, because I'm an embarrassment or something. Yeah, and that's the point. I just that's why it's really important for me to do on a personal level, to do these collaborations with you or with the F1 debate show, or whoever might be listening who wants to do it. I'm always up for it. And as I said, my dream would be to get onto Sky, or do one episode with Buxton, or any presenter for that matter. I just want to find a way of getting on it, making it my dream come true. You see what I mean? And that's the reason why I'm doing YouTube, because we love it, and I love doing the videos with you, and I'm really glad that we formed a friendship, and so I think anybody that has got the ability should get the opportunity, whether it's in motorsport or not. And I truly believe that Kubica has done a great service to Formula One or motorsport in general, because as I said, Billy Munger, who I believe is definitely going to end up in Formula One, maybe not as a race driver, but definitely as a test driver. But actually, there's no reason why he can't be in Formula One in the future, especially because I think he's very, very close to Lewis Hamilton. And I think he might end up being his sponsor or his manager or something after his career. So, what do you guys think? Do you think Billy Munger is going to end up in Formula One? And if so, which team do you think is going to give him the seat?
For me, I think it's far too early to say, because obviously he had the accident in F4. He clearly has talent, which a lot of the guys do at that stage, but so many people in those ranks and have like amazing talent, amazing pace. It's only until you go to the next level and see when you're up against that next tier of driver, you know how it's going to perform and how you're going to do in that aspect. So yeah, for me, I think it's too early to say if he makes it to F1. I mean, it would be an incredible story if he does do it, and if he was to get into F1, which team would do it? Maybe a new team that would have come into the sport by that point. Take and maybe a bit like you said in terms of a publicity stunt, but also on ability as well, for having Billy Munger in to support the team.
I think F1 as a race driver may be a step too far for Billy Munger at this moment in time. It is one of those where the car would need a lot of adaptations for him. However, Carlin in F3, let's make sure we get this one right, have shown that ability is there. So there's no reason why he can't take that step up. I think it would be a real asset to Formula One by having Billy Munger make that step up and be able to achieve that. And team-wise, I don't know. It would be. I wouldn't be too sure on it. I would say maybe someone like a Renault, because they do have links with Carlin, don't they? So it I think maybe something there. And as you say, Lewis Hamilton is now really close to Munger, so I wouldn't put it past him to have some involvement in Munger's career going forward. I think the manager side of things is probably something that Hamilton would be interested in doing. He's shown that in the fact that he negotiates his own contracts. So,
you know,
well,
when I said manager, I meant sort of not the manager, but sort of his mentor, i.e., managing team. And I'm telling you something now. I wouldn't put it past Mercedes to do it.
I see something like that, especially the links that Hamilton has built throughout being able to have that option. So I would see Billy Munger in F1. The story itself would be fantastic. But he is one of those that he would be a character in F1. Every interview you see with him, he's always that cheeky, chappy sort of person.
He's trying to be positive, isn't he?
Yeah, and the fact, I don't know whether you saw it, but the story of Billy Munger on the BBC, it was incredible to actually see his mindset. He was already about racing such a short period after it. Even all of the nurses and the doctors that were treating him in hospital said about the fact that his thoughts were straight away get racing again. So I just think it would be brilliant to have a story of such a tragic incident and then that career continuing and still being able to the level he was dreaming of before it happened.
I think I think he's got the chance. If he can find a team, he's got the chance to do it, because, as I said, coming back to Robert Kubica has had it when he was 25, or but Billy has got time on his hands. It doesn't matter whether he reaches Formula One when he's 30 or 33 even. I mean, Alan McNish. Yeah, I don't know whether you know who that, remember him racing, but he was 34 when he started.
Audi team principal for the Formula E team, isn't he, Alan McNish?
Yeah, but he made his Formula One debut when he was in his 30s.
Yeah.
So Billy Munger has got time on his hands. So that's why I think he can adapt. He can adapt now more than Robert Kubica could. You know what I mean? Like, as I said before. So this is where I think we're gonna wrap up this episode, unless you've got any closing things to say.
No, I think it's been perfect. Just thank you so much for having us on, Raz. It's a really great topic to think about because, like we said at the start, it's kind of a multi-leveled question. On the kind of surface of it, he hasn't been a success. But when we've looked into it deeper, like we have, it has been an absolutely massive success for the bigger picture. And yeah, just Robert Kubica getting to the pinnacle of motorsport. And after that accident, incredible stuff. But thank you so much, Ray.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna set you boys a challenge, actually.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna set you boys a challenge. You're gonna tweet or you're gonna get in touch with 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 Sky Sports, right?
Okay.
You're gonna get in touch with anybody in the media that you can think of.
Yeah.
To get me, right, to try and organize me to try and organize me to meet a Formula One pundit and do a video with them.
Challenge accepted. We'll see our best and see what we can manage in terms of that. But I think you've been doing a fantastic job in terms of carrying everyone on Twitter in terms of, hey, if you don't ask, you don't get in this life, do you? I mean, sometimes you still don't get.
But as I said, I mean, I'm not just doing this because I want to be the big I am, because I'm just loving Formula One. And as I said, when I first started YouTube, I mean, the F1 Debate Show guys were the first ones to actually give me the opportunity to sort of go on to their, do collaborations, and then you came in, and then, I still get a lot of people say to me, "Oh, I should get off YouTube because nobody can understand what I'm talking about." But I don't want to sound disrespectful to them, but I'm just thinking it helps my anxiety, and most of me viewers like what I've got to say, even though it's controversial at times. But it really helps me to deal with my disability, and it sort of makes me forget about my disability as well. So my dream would be sort of to meet somebody from Sky and do a video. So if you know anybody, guys, do let me know, and maybe somebody from Sky Sports F1 will see this video and make it happen.
Well, why don't we do that? Why don't we have all of the viewers that watch this video, if you share it on Twitter with, let's go with Will Buxton, Head Kravitz, and then
Sky F1.
We'll go Sky F1, Simon Lazenby, and Crofty. They're the 5 we'll go for. So every viewer can share the video with them, and we'll see what we can do for you.
Thank you, and it just but even if it doesn't work, I mean, I'm just over the moon that you having me on, and that, because it really does, mean mean the world to me, and we just like talking to everyone, and as I said before, as I said in the YouTubers Decoded, I says, every single like that I'm getting is like every single subscriber that I'm getting is like, makes me happy. It really means a lot to me. So if we can get me to 400 after this video, then that would be awesome. And then if you do like what you see, don't forget to subscribe to these awesome people. Because click the subscribe button for the F1 fanatics, and follow them on Twitter, and we've all got to grow together. So
Exactly.
cheers. Yeah. So and I'm pretty sure it's not going to be the last time. I think I can actually do the 15th now of December, so I'm free that day.
Free that day, perfect. 15th it is then. That we won't give too much away, but there's a big surprise that we'll be recording on the 15th, and then later on,
we'll be aiming for that week to be that video coming out.
Yeah, and as I said, I'm glad to, because to be honest with you, what you've got to remember is also you, F1 fanatics, and the F1 debate show, actually, they are the only ones that I've collaborated with. Yeah, but I really like collaborating. So if anybody out there that likes Formula One, come and drop me a line, or drop F1 fanatics a line, and maybe we can do a collaboration with somebody like Eldas, or like Averell. The Averell would be awesome. Although I think he's got too many subscribers to even watch our videos. You know who I'm on about, don't you? The guy that does the Let's Play videos.
Yeah. He's Alfa Romeo team principal now for their Formula E sport team, isn't he?
Yeah. So, I mean, so it's very unlikely that he's gonna watch this video and collaborate with us, but maybe. Cheers for coming on my video, guys. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, no problem at all, Raz. Anytime. We do love, like you say, always talk about F1. We're all crazy about it here.
And even if I do throw you a curveball at 11 p.m. on a Sunday and say record us 4 minutes on the race.
Even when it's like 12 o'clock at night after the race, and like, can you do this? Yeah, sure, why not? We're always fun. Actually, that
was totally unplanned, by the way.
It was, I know, it was crazy.
So, cheers, guys.
No problem at all, guys. Guys, Raz, see you later.
See you later.